What's up, guys? Welcome back to Unbreakable Grind. It's your guy CJ back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be reacting to a discussion where they talk about why marriage is a bad deal for men. All right. If you would do me a favor, take a second to subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. It would help. It would really be a support. All right. If you like the content, like it, hit that notification. I really appreciate it. With no further ado, guys, let's just hop in there.
Earlier about marriage and who recently has got married, and actually I think marriage is actually, the statistics of marriage have halved, I think. Yeah. Do you think marriage is irrelevant? Is this why why aren't men getting married?
Well, the bottom line is it's a raw deal. For men, it's a really raw deal. The benefits are heavily outweighed by the dangers and the risks. If you're a man and you divorce, the outcome usually favors women massively. You can end up losing your home, half of your pension, half of your wealth. You can end up not seeing your children. And studies have shown that men are more adversely mentally affected by divorce than women. So, and there's also a lot less support network in place.
You also say that if a woman gets pregnant for a career choice, and I think that you have used the words that women do get pregnant for career choices, that's what they want to do, that if you were the guy and that you didn't approve or you didn't okay that pregnancy, then you, I know you use a term, I didn't like it actually when I read it. It was just like financial abortion, I think you said. I didn't like that, but what that means is that you can say, right, okay, I had nothing to do with this, I didn't ask for it, you've surprised me with it, therefore I've got nothing to do with it, I won't support it.
Well, what I was really saying is I was mooting that as like a hypothetical point to illustrate the fact that when it comes to power, although the illusion is that men have all the power, actually when it comes to kind of personal relationships and relationships between the sexes, women have most of the power.
Well, that's true as well, but obviously babies are made by two people, so shouldn't men just use contraception?
Just man up. Well, unfortunately, you know, women have the lion's share of contraceptive choices, and once a woman is pregnant, of course, the man has no say, and yet the consequences for his life are lifelong and huge. They have a huge impact.
That's true, but if he'd taken precautions in the first place, he wouldn't have a baby. So don't men have to just use their brains rather than what's in their pants?
Absolutely. And look, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of reckless men and plenty of responsible women out there. And of course, not all women get pregnant as a career choice. That was a sample of a study that I was quoting. But, you know, there are instances, like look at Liz Jones at the Daily Mail. She famously stole the sperm from her husband's condom. She violated his choice about fatherhood, and that could have changed his life forever.
Have you been hurt?
This is interesting, man. Before I comment on something like this, guys, I gotta let you know, okay, I'm an individual thinker. All right, I have my own thought processes. All right, I tend to stand alone with a lot of my thoughts because I tend to look into things and find angles that are a little different than others. And yeah, I might offend some people with my answer or my response on this, but I'm gonna be honest. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Give it to you raw. All right. So when I think about this, I think about the deal between a man and woman in marriage. All right. I understand what I understand the point he's making. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think upon two adults coming together, having a child. Well, I think upon, like they were talking about contraception and stuff like that, right? Women have a lot of rights when it comes to, you know, when it comes to impregnating a woman once she's pregnant. I mean, she's got all the rights. All right, a man pretty much has no say so when it comes to that, you know. Or when you talk about divorces, if you divorce, then you know a man pretty much has no say so. Like if you divorce, she's probably going to take most of the stuff, like at least half of everything, you know. And I agree, like in a lot of cases that a man does not have a lot of power. It's an unbalanced amount of power. But let me tell you how I think about it, man. Let me tell you how I think about it. Like this reminds me of college, right? So college is an unfair deal. There are many videos, go on YouTube, right? Everyone's telling you college is a terrible deal. $100,000 of debt. You get what I'm saying? It's an unfair deal for the students. The universities are getting extremely rich. You can get the degrees are getting more and more expensive. It's becoming a worse and worse deal. Students are graduating with more debt ever. The previous generations used to at least get a house and be in debt, and then like get a house first and then they're in debt. And they're saying now our generation, they can't even get a house because they got so much student loan debt, they can't even qualify for the house. So it's such a bad deal. College is, right? But if you think about it, college is actually a great deal. So I'm going somewhere with this. You know, I like to take it full circle. I want you guys to understand that the logic I'm applying to this situation doesn't just apply to this situation. I like to apply wisdom. See me, I look for the wisdom in the situation. So I need my understanding to apply to many cases. And that's probably going to be the wise perspective to have. If it only applies to this, then I'm probably not thinking broad enough, thinking abstract enough. So in the equation of college, in the arena of college, right? College is actually a terrible deal, almost always. But there's a certain group of ways to execute college where the power is all in the student's hand. If you engage college the correct way, I've got videos on this. College is disproportionately advantaged for students. It is unbelievable. But that doesn't dismiss the fact that for most students, college is actually a terrible deal. But so what am I saying? Where am I trying to go with this? College is a phenomenal deal. It just isn't with how most people will engage college. Most people will engage college and get the wrong degrees and they won't be in demand. They'll have student loan debt. They'll come out the other side with student loan debt and can't pay the student loan debt, thus justifying that college is a bad deal. When in all actuality, college put me up. Like I'm winning off college. Like winning. Top 1% are winning off college. It's one of the best plays that exists, college. I know people that said they can't find a job making $50K, even though they got $100K in student loan debt. I was making $50K in college. Like the college was giving it to me college was paying me that while I was in college. People don't know about the plays. I won't go into the exact play because I got videos on that. All right. Watch my videos about college. So meanwhile, the general population was telling me that college is a bad deal. But I'm like, I'm up $50K. I'm making the average household salary while in college. I'm not even done yet. You can try to convince me that it's a bad deal, but people can say whatever they want, but what you have to understand is most people aren't strategic. Most people aren't disciplined. Most people don't research the particulars. They just listen to people. That's what I'm trying to show you guys, how to think through stuff and not just listen to people. Think about this. How many of you want to start a business? I've got a business, guys. I'm a businessman. I don't really attach it to the channel at all, but I'm a businessman. I was profitable in the first year, and I've always been profitable. I've always been profitable. The very first year I was profitable. Meanwhile, 99% of businesses fail. What do you think happens when businesses fail? How do you split the assets? If you got multiple co-founders, what do you think happens? A split happens. Things get separated. A lot like wedding, a lot like marriage. Interesting. Come to find out, businesses fail even more than marriages do. And you still lose stuff. You still have to split stuff. Depending on the split, you might have to give way more than 50%. So think about this. Does that mean that businesses are a bad deal too? Businesses aren't a bad deal. I win tremendously off businesses. But 99% of people lose money or either go out of business and lose from businesses. And many people justify that business is difficult and businesses, people have told me I shouldn't start a business. It's a waste of time, yada, yada, yada. But I'm way up off businesses. I'm way up off business. And what you find out is people don't engage business correctly either. I'm going somewhere with this. See, but I like to take a step back and really think about it because, see, See, I've heard you won't trust me. You won't get anywhere just listening to the general population. The general population will lead you wrong. If you're agreeing with the general population, you're probably wrong. Let me be. This is my experience, guys. Anytime I've just been in the mass group of, I've been in a mass group of people and I have the same, I believe the same thing they believe, I've always been wrong. I haven't looked deep enough to realize that, oh my God, the very few that thinks different are the ones that are right. So check this out, right? Check this out. Let's go to marriage. Right? Is marriage a good deal or a bad deal? Remember I told you, most people engage college incorrectly. Most people come out of college with debt, no job. I was making job money in college. Lord knows when I got out of college, I went stupid. Helped me make business connections. That's why my business was profitable immediately. Most people start a business and it fails within the first 2 or 3 years, 99% of the time. My business was successful the first year. Every time. So let's go over to marriage. There are benefits. There are extraordinarily large benefits to marriage. Big time businessmen aren't married because they are in love. All right. When it comes to taxes, see, and I got to make another video on this. Guys, I almost paid no taxes this year. Like my taxes was cold this year because let me put it this way. When it comes to having multiple entities, multiple businesses, and you're married, you can say she owns that percentage of this business and I own this percentage and I own this percentage. And if you play the percentages correctly, you can pay almost no taxes. It's so many plays. Shout out to my CPA. You know what I'm saying? He educated me on that a little bit. But we were able to play ourselves out of extraordinarily large amounts of taxes. Without my wife, I couldn't do that play. Now, I'm not saying it's not a bad deal. Let me listen to me. You got to follow me, right? I'm not saying it's not a bad deal. I'm just hitting on why it's such a good deal. Why it was a good deal if you play it right, though. See, everyone told me I shouldn't go to college. You won't get a job and you're going to have debt and this. But they weren't. I looked into it and I'm like, but if you do this particular play, I'm up. Like I gotta do it if I play it this way. You gotta be strategic. You have to be intentional. So let's go to men's rights when it comes to pregnancy. If I make a mistake and get a woman pregnant, I don't have the same rights as a woman has. If she gets pregnant, if she makes a mistake and gets pregnant, she has choices. Me, that's true. I'm not disagreeing. All I'm saying is you're supposed to be intentional with your actions. To me, that's like saying, if I go to college for a freaking degree that doesn't pay anything and that isn't in demand, I don't get to get the same results as a person who went for a degree that is in demand. That's not fair. Does that even make sense? See, this is how I think. You get what I'm saying? If I stand by myself on it, I'm cool with that. Because my stuff is working, bro. You know what I'm saying? I break these things down. I'm not emotionally attached to these ideas, bro. I take this seriously. Like, I want to win. When I approached college, I wanted to win. My marriage, I wanted to win. There are actual benefits, financial benefits to marriage. There are also structural benefits to marriage. If you're not married and when it comes to your estate, because I plan to have estates, I'm dead serious about this generational wealth thing. Marriage helps you pass your estates down, and it gets rid of a lot of the convolution that lawyers can manipulate if you don't have your name intact via marriage. Marriage organizes the process of passing down a lineage. Building your empire, marriage simplifies that. It's built into our economy. This is very important. If you're somebody thinking about passing things down to your next generation, building an empire, having multiple estates that you must pass down, being a big dog, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about. Marriage has extreme benefits. Like I told you, marriage has helped me write off plenty of taxes also. This is another thing. Just like I wouldn't go to college and get the wrong degree, you got to get the right chick. Let me be real. You got to get the right chick. Just like I got to get the right degree. Just like I got to get the right business partners. A business partner can screw me just as bad as my wife could. You understand that? A lot of you might not ever want to be a boss, might not ever want to have a business, but understand me, if you ever do, you got to choose your partners just like you got to choose a chick. And your rights can be just as manipulated the same in a business contract. You can lose everything or 50%, whatever, in a business contract. So you have to understand these things. You have to understand that, okay, what these people are saying is true. What this dude is saying is true, guys. Don't come and say, I disagree. I don't disagree with him. I do think that upon you choosing the same improper choices as a woman, she has more rights. I do think if you set up your marriage and you don't play it right, you're not strategic, right? You're not strategic, you're not intentional. I do think you have a bad equation most of the time. And the statistics show that most of us aren't good. Most humans aren't good at making decisions. We follow the pack. We don't think well individually. I'm telling you, this is what I've noticed. Many people go get degrees that don't pay. Even you can say it all you want. You cannot change that. You still gonna have people going into debt, paying more and more money to get degrees that aren't paying them, no matter what you say. No matter what you say. You're still gonna have people starting businesses and failing nonstop, picking business partners that aren't conducive to them actually building their business. Nonstop, it won't go away. But what I need you to understand is that's not an excuse to say, well, this is a flawed system. I don't think that's an excuse to say it's a flawed system. It's not a flawed system. To me, if you play it right, it's a disproportionately advantaged system for you. You choose your chick, you make sure your chick is investing in you, investing into your lineage. My chick was grinding all night with me, man. I want your guys to understand it. I don't know about that. I don't know about that whole, I'm a boss dude and I come get this chick and she just wipes the counter and I just sit there and I'm the boss and she just wipes and cleans up. That's not what my chick was. My chick was in war in the trenches with me. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm talking when I was learning all these skills, my chick was learning those mother effers with me. Facts. I had a desk right behind me. Matter of fact, I would go my chick got desk right here beside me. You're just not in the camera. She be in war with me, man. My chick goes to war with me. So when you choose your chick right, you get what I'm saying, and you make sure she's willing to invest. You make sure you learn how to vet people out. You won't have a lot of those problems. You got to be intentional. I could care less about the rights I have if I make a mistake and get a woman pregnant, because I'm not gonna make a mistake and get her pregnant, because I'm too intentional. I could care less about what job I get if I get a terrible degree, because I'm not gonna get a terrible degree. I could care less about how many businesses fail, because I'm going to study the ones that succeed and I'm going to play it that way. I'm going to play on the win. Man, we got people executing stuff in a way that fails and then hate how disproportionately disadvantaged they are when they play it that way. Man, I went to college for that and I don't got a job, man. Well, you shouldn't have went for that, bro. You should have did the research. Man, I married her and she took all my money. Bro, you should have put her in the trenches with you. She should have proved herself. She should have been grinding with you, sweat equity. You have to vet out business partners the same way. Your business partner could screw you probably worse than your wife could, honestly. I'm not going to get screwed. Cause I'm too particular. I'm too intentional, man. I hope you guys are following me. It's not that freaking complicated. All right? It's not that complicated. Now, if you're out here willy-nilly, you're not intentional. You meet a chick, you think she fine, you got some money, you marry her. Well, what do you think? You didn't even vet her out. That's like me meeting a business partner. Hey, bro, you look like you freaking can do business, bro. You got a suit on. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and sign right here, bro. Your suit nice. Let's sign here. You got a nice suit on. You look right. Shoot. No, man, you better understand. I'm going to see the guy work ethic. I'm going to see how much work he willing to do if we make no profit, nigga. You get what I'm saying, man. So if you're intentional, you don't have these problems. I don't have these problems in no arena. See, it's about wisdom too. I'm not going to just focus in. Some people say, oh, you're getting off track. I'm not getting off track. When it comes to college, I took the winning perspective, the winner perspective. I took the winning strategy and I executed intentionally. And the result was very, very abundant. In business, I executed the power play. I vetted people out correctly. I made sure that they were going to invest. I made sure they were going to put sweat equity in. I use my EQ to make sure that I can understand what they're really here for and are they really in this thing. I gave them a chance to put in their sweat equity, and when they did, abundance play. Been profitable from day one. Always profitable. Always will be profitable. Just like you guys can do this stuff too. You got to be an individual thinker. You can't be manipulated out of your freaking position. Don't listen to people say marriage is a bad play and just start, yeah, marriage is a bad play. And the government not fair. If I get a chick pregnant by mistake, then she got rights. I don't got rights. Don't get the chick pregnant, bro. It's too simple. I'm not wasting time. You're just a waste of time. I don't get the chick pregnant. If I make a mistake and get the chick pregnant, I don't got no right. Man, F that. Don't get the chick pregnant. Done. You got motherfuckers walking around with picket signs. I got 100K in student debt, no job. That sucks for you. I'm just being honest. You could have went for something else and that wouldn't have been the case. You might have had to work your butt off because that crop might have been difficult. But there are strategies you can imply, or there are strategies you can apply that have extremely high success rates. So at the end of the day, guys, I agree. Marriages are a bad deal for just about all men. Just like business is a bad deal for just about everyone. Just like college is a bad deal for just about every student. I've won from every single one of them. And it's not because I'm lucky either. You think it's luck, you crazy. It's not because I'm lucky. Because I'm intentional. You know, man, you know the nature of women. I got to make another video on that. The nature of women. You got to have some EQ. You got a woman investing in you, investing sweat equity, putting in nights. These chicks ain't just jumping to other dudes. They not built that way. The nature of a woman isn't even like that. Bro, women are loyal. You guys crazy, bro. Let me be real. Man, women are loyal. Super loyal. I didn't say all of them. You got to know how to vet them out. You got to know how to vet them out. Of course I understand that there are chicks that'll play you. Not me, because I know how to vet them out. It's simple as that. All right, man. I'm not for the excuses, all right? Marriage has many benefits way beyond just legal structure and passing down your estates and profit and all that. But it has those too. Really, marriage, that's the only reason to get married. Besides that, dude, I just love my chick. I got her back regardless. She got me regardless. At the end of the day, the marriage contract, as far as the legal contract, is a freaking good business play. I get away up from all kinds of taxes. And I'll make videos showing you guys some of that strategy. All kinds of taxes. It's a great deal for me. Business, great deal for me. College, great deal for me. And it all can be a great deal for you, but you got to use this. All right, man. If you like this content, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, notifications, you want those immediately. If you're offended, let me know what you're offended by in the comments. All right. Hopefully you apply what I'm saying because you're going to win. If you got a better strategy, I'd love to hear it. I just know I'm going to be up. You can be up. Or you can be down if you play it wrong. And with that being said, guys, peace.